We're in Scranton, Pennsylvania right now. You're gonna open for Megadeth in a couple of hours. You've been on the road with Megadeth or you're gonna be on the road with them for the whole year, essentially, right?
No, just this and then the American Carnage.
And what do you have planned in between?
Well, we're finishing the record. We weren't even going to tour this year, and then the American Carnage came up, and we of course had to accept that. Then it was postponed, and we're like, okay, well, fine, we're going to finish writing the record. And then this tour came up, so.
Well, and this is just a month-long tour. This with Megadeth and Exodus, and you're playing the entire Legacy album. Was it difficult going back to, or strange going back to some of the old songs?
No, it wasn't difficult. It was easy. It was fun. We enjoyed it. We did 3 shows in Europe last year, and it was really turned out well. So when the idea was approached to us for this, it was like, sure, we had a good time with it last time. And it's something, especially the fans that seen us, we did like 190 something shows over the last year on the record. So a lot of people got to see a lot of the same songs and stuff. And so we're like, this is actually good because these will be songs that they're never probably will see again if they don't go see it. So we probably won't do the Legacy record again on a tour, so makes it a little special, makes the fans that have seen us all year get something different, get something that they won't see, again, so.
So the fan response has been good.
That's really good, yeah.
Enjoying it. Well, you talk about the record. You went on some 10 years between records, and now you're gonna try to pound them out again?
Well, yeah, before it was because there's multiple reasons. I was sick, and we had a record company that was just terrible, and we didn't want to give them our heart and soul for them to do nothing with. So we did like First Strike Still Deadly, a live record. We kept putting all these things to kind of stall them off, and then the label sold off. So when the label sold off, we finally got our walking papers to go and get away from them finally. So we signed with Nuclear Blast, and so then once we did that, we're like, well, now we're fired up. Let's get the new record, the new material, with a company that's going to do something with it. So we were kind of stuck in a bad contract, and the band wasn't together, and all kinds of things were going on. But once the original lineup kind of got back together, then the label thing came together, new management, new booking agents, everything just kind of turned around at that point.
So you have that writing spark? You feel like you want to make new music?
We're writing right now. This is just, we're writing, we're not on tour really, so we just feel like we're playing some shows and get away from the studio right now, but we're working on the record.
How do you feel about grunge and rap metal and the other things that maybe pushed traditional thrash metal off to the side when they were out?
Well, it wasn't the music, it was the industry, of course, but what can you do? Me and Eric basically just started writing harder music because we were never the ones, after being with Atlantic and having somebody who was a A&R person telling you need to write a ballad or you need to write a radio hit or something. We went through all that and it came to a point, it's like, now no matter the industry's changing, no matter what, we're just going to write what we want to do and just, especially now, we're going to write heavier, screw it, So we did. So, the first record after all that went down was like Low, and started doing some death metal vocals on that. Some fans liked it, some true fans hated it, but it was just something else to do and try, and another style of voice to lay down and get out there. And then that kind of opened up a whole other thing, after that into the Demonic record, and then that just kind of got heavier. And then it was like, well, it's a little too much, and then it wasn't fun for my voice, touring all those songs like that. So I wanted to get back to singing, so that's when The Gathering and the Formation record was more getting back, finding the voices to use,
At the time, did you personally care for, say, Nirvana, Soundgarden, any acts like that?
Yeah, I mean, I listen to them, enjoy them. I'll still listen to them today, enjoy it, but I don't know why it would, something new would affect another genre so hard, you know.
Well, like you said, it drove you to write harder songs.
Yeah. Yeah, and then a lot of the younger bands just coming up playing what they believed in, and just a matter of time when there's gonna be a new generation of young kids that want something a little harder than Nirvana or Pearl Jam.
Now, you personally have a very compelling story. After your illness, and and the band's actually resurged, and you're stronger than ever now. Was there a point where you thought your career in music was going to be finished?
Yeah, right when all that was going down, when I lost all my hair and my eyebrows and everything, just, that was it, I wasn't gonna get up there and headbang bald-headed, so my career was done. And I was just, farthest thing, music was the farthest thing from my life at that time. 2 years was just my family and getting better, that was the focus.
How long did it take you to grow your hair back?
Since then, so it's been, I don't know, 8 years, 6 years, something like that.
Have you gotten a haircut since?
I get a trim now, yeah, but I didn't get a haircut for like 5 years right off the bat.
Every music kind of is derived from somewhere else. Where would you say Testament got their sound from? And recognizing that Testament's sound has changed over the years as well, so let's say for the first few records.
Well, Eric was a big Merciful Fate, fan. Old Scorpions, Merciful Fate, Dark Side, that's all Eric's stuff. So I think that's where he drew a lot of the music of it, for sure.
And where did you get your vocal style from?
Now it's just day-to-day events, things that happen, I didn't touch on the cancer thing. I just was like, I don't want to write about that yet, but I might touch on it this record. I just didn't feel like it last time, so.
And is that ballad ever going to show up, or never?
It may. I mean, we're not saying no, but we're not saying we're gonna.
Just because they told you to.
Yeah, I mean, if we write one, if someone comes up riff and it feels good, we're not scared to do it,
If you weren't a musician, what would you be doing professionally?
Well, my other thing was I was going to be either a football player or some sort of athlete. That's what was my other goal when I was younger in music or sports. And
It's every kid's dream.
yeah, so I mean, I was playing sports and then I was doing well in that, and then got kicked out of school and turned to music. And so,
What did you get kicked out of school for?
well, I was drinking,
And they just expelled you.
yeah, made an example out of me.
And was that an inspiration to you, saying, all right, I'm going to go prove them wrong?
I was upset because at that time music was more of a hobby and fun, and professional athlete was the goal. So, since couldn't get that, so I turned all my energy to music.
There's a lot of lucky fans who are grateful that you got them around to that school.
Yeah, me too.
You ever get back in contact with the principal or whoever was responsible for it?
I seen him, but we never talked about it because, I mean, it was, I don't know, I'm a big believer things happen for reasons. So when they said, we're going to make an example out of you, and they knew my father would be upset because both my big brothers were football players and athletes, and I was the next in line, and they knew my father would be upset if I got kicked out of school and my sports career was over. So, I'm sure as a kid I didn't do nothing about it, but I'm sure as an adult, if we talked about it, I'd probably get upset, But then again, hey, look what way it turned out, so.